This is Kyle Tran Myhre reading When It Really Is Just the Wind and Not a Furious Vexation.
The year I was born, the Soviet Union's early warning radar system malfunctioned, reporting 5 intercontinental ballistic missiles in flight, a preemptive nuclear strike. You may have heard this story, how a single lieutenant colonel dismissed the signal as the false alarm that it was, but had he made a different call in that moment? Had he seen those 5 ghost fingers as a fist? A mushroom cloud. The most dangerous cliche. I hold it in my hands on my 40th birthday and it becomes a bouquet. 1,000 stems leading to 1,000 worlds in which cooler heads did not prevail, to 1,000 alternate universe versions of me, born in the year of the apocalypse. I see myself dead via radiation poisoning, dead via the shutdown of the supply chain, the failure of the water system, the reemergence of previously preventable diseases, dead in such manly ways, via an unlucky fall in a fist fight over nothing, via a scratch ignored and infected. I pluck petals, looking for a version of me who survives, hoping to find that, leather jacket, black motorcycle, katana strapped to my back version. That warrior poet, lone vessel of vengeance, keeping the wasteland's unending tide of razor-clawed mutants at bay version. All these dead worlds. And he isn't out there. All these visions of who I could have been, and not a single hero, folk, super, anti, or otherwise. In one life, I wore a suit of armor and drowned in the river. In one life, I hoarded food and choked on it. In one life, the basement was so full of boxes of bullets, a tornado came and I had nowhere to go, no shelter. I emptied clip after clip into the wind. All these dead worlds, and we tell the same stories. Which is not to say that I never survive, just that my survival in every reality where it is possible never belongs to me. I see myself 40. Not a dual-wielding bandit warlord, just a neighbor sitting in another endless community meeting. And how many of our ancestors have already taught us, even after the world ends, there is work to do. I see myself in that work, not the leader, not a lone wolf, just another part of the pack, because in every universe in which I am alive, it is because of other people, and I don't always like them, but I love them. In every universe in which I am alive, it is less because I could fight and more because I could forgive, because I could cooperate, because I could apologize, because I could dance, because I could grow pumpkins in my backyard and leave them at my neighbor's door, asking for nothing in return. In every universe in which I am alive, I am holding a first aid kit, a solar panel, a sleeping cat, never a rusty battle axe or a rocket launcher. Sure, maybe sometimes a chainsaw, but only for firewood. I am holding a cooking pot, a teddy bear, a photo album, a basketball, a bouquet of flowers. Survival is not a fortress. It is a garden. Survival is not a siren. It is a symphony. And yeah, we fight for it sometimes. But survival is not the fight. It is the healing after, the soft hum of someone you trust applying the bandage, the feeling of falling asleep in a safe place.
I wrote this in early 2023 after reading archaeologist Chris Begley's book, The Next Apocalypse, as recommended by Kelly Hayes' Movement Memos podcast. It's a book exploring who survives when societies go through periods of collapse. And as someone who does healthy masculinity work with young men, I found that question generative on both literal and metaphorical levels. The Furious Vexation part of the title is referencing a line of dialogue from the film Mad Max Fury Road, a second guiding star in that the poem is grappling with dominant versus counter-narrative visions of apocalypse, masculinity, individualism, and beyond.